Are you ready for some football? It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. To witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. It's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They put Kelsey in motion. On first down, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Mahomes now to throw again. He connects with Gray on that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. It really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone, because it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, KC. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm. and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Cardinals nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes DJ Dallas on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
I just love watching Kyler Murray play quarterback, Mike, because it just reminds you that they come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, to be this small, but this fast and have that much arm talent, you just don't see that combination very often, let alone in the NFL. But we are now more than a year removed from that knee injury. I think he's ready to prove that he was worth that #1 overall pick just a few seasons ago, and he considers himself one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL now that he's fully healthy again.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun, Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Murray now on 2nd down. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the 4th down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on 4th down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Matt Prater on for the Cards. This, about as short as you can get. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
Now it's P-Route. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Play action here. Mahomes. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
Third and long for Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
We'll try and run for this with Connor. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Mahomes now on second down. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Back to the sideline and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Kazir White. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Justin Jones finishes that one off. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
And the 1st down, Chiefs.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll have more from Glendale after this. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
That's complete to Rice. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. 3rd down coming up. Mahomes now to throw again. Inside the 10, it is caught. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Hopkins sent in motion. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, That's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cards offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll go right and find his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Again, it's Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw again is Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our halftime report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Connor. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Play action. It's Murray. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On the give, this is Connor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to Connor. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players... And that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Man in motion is Brown. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Whoa. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Throwing now, Mahomes. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Mahomes on 1st down. This caught right side by Worthy. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And Butker on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will up the lead to 5.
Cardinals 16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. DJ Dallas now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's Connor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. To throw is Murray. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
The receiver did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On third down, here's a run by Connor. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a first down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Here's first and 10. To throw is Murray. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 3 at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
Here's a second and 3 forthcoming. Power run inside. Here's Connor. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 6 coming up. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now 3rd and 12.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games, and that 3rd down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll work his way past the 40, and it's Pacheco. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.